Okay, so again, disregard my hair here. So I had just put a post of how they build AI, right? It's like you feed it. Like I explained to my son, you feed it like a word, like let's say dog, right? And then they put it in the system, and then it pulls everything that is already in the system about dogs, right? And then now it's a smart computer, it'll generate itself, right? So, what I was thinking, and then I also explained it's kind of like mercury, right? You when you put a little drop of mercury, even if it like let's say you throw it from the top and then it spatters all over the place, it it kind of goes together, right? Reconnects. And and then I saw the vision of what's that movie called? Terminator. Bitch, I saw the movie of Terminator in my head, and you know how the man turns into Mercury, and then he builds himself into a man. Okay, and then I was thinking like, how can that happen, right? And then I was thinking the nanobots. Okay, well, how do we mix it since mercury, you can't mix much with mercury, right? Because it won't stick. And then I remembered my curtains. My curtains and their plants, their power plants. Bitch. I remembered the mercury. I remembered the power plants. So that's where that comes in, bitch. Mercury and radiation power plants. You know how normally when you use something with radiation, or it kills it, or it'll grow all like retarded and shit? Like that. So, in order to manipulate that shit, in order to come alive, it's already alive because it moves, right? Mercury moves. So, with radiation, I'm thinking it can, grow, with a whole bunch of other shit, right? But that's just something that I was thinking. That's where those towers come from. There's four of them. So give me my money. Make sure you signed out my check. That's where that comes from. So instead of you building all these fucking robots, which you already did that, but now all you have to do is that. And then to store them, they could just be in a fucking glass somewhere, right? Programmed. And then all of a sudden you open up the glass, you put it on the floor, and then like a shapeshifter. He was a shapeshifter. So you could turn that shit into whatever, right? You're going to program it to be a doctor, a lawyer, depending if you're going to send it to war, whatever the fuck you want it to become. But basically it's, I don't want to say putty in your hands, but technically it's mercury in your hands, right? With radiation, it becomes alive. And obviously there's more into that. And I said some numbers this morning. Maybe those numbers are for codes of how to come about it. I said the numbers this morning because I was looking at my curtain and I read out a whole bunch of numbers. So pluses, like numbers and letters, plus whatever, plus like adding and subtracting and shit. So maybe it's that. I'm excited. So make sure you write out my check. See, I knew I was a boss bitch. I always knew that shit.